What is even the point of living? That is a question that everybody asks at some time in their life. Each person can have many different points to their life. One person could find hockey is the point of their life. Another person could find that taking care of their children is the point of their life. Another person might find that just going for a walk, enjoying the sun, that's the point of their life. And all of those are totally valid. But in this video, I'm going to move past those and talk about a universal point of life, something that everybody can relate to, something that touches at the very heart of what living a life is about. It's no surprise to hear that life as a human being can be really hard. There's nothing to grab onto. Everything is always changing. It's going through your fingers like sifting like sand. You can't grab onto anything. People die. New people are born. Times change. Ideas change. Technology changes. All of life is changing. And that can make life hard because there's nothing tangible. There's nothing to grab to. There's nothing certain. And sometimes that can feel like, well, what's the point? I believe the point is the growth that comes from interacting with the world in a wise and mature way, specifically increasing our capacity to love. Both expanding our capacity to love and deepening our capacity to love. If we do that in a life, it is truly a great life. The point is to love all things, all people, all beliefs, all ideas, not to conflate all things as equal, but to love all of them, and to love them for no reason at all, just for existing, to love for no reason at all. It's a beautiful idea. And it makes life worth living. So you might ask, okay, life can be really hard. It can feel dense, heavy. Surely this isn't the best way to learn to love, right? The denseness and the heaviness and the fleeting nature of everything is a great way to learn to love. The love that we're looking to embody goes beyond just loving a romantic partner or loving a parent. It encompasses that, but it includes everything else as well. It's a universal love. It's a selfless love. Because everything's always changing, there's nothing to hold on to. It's all fleeting. People die. New people are born. Your life is fleeting. You can't love anything really for its existence, its state of existence, because it's going to change. And when it changes, your love will be useless because you loved it for something it's not anymore. And that actually will cause you to suffer, cause you pain. So it's a great playground to learn to love things, not for what they are, but just for no reason, just for the sake of love. If you can love for the sake of love, you've mastered life. The moment you love for the sake of love is a moment you cherish forever. It's a meaningful moment. It feels right. It just feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Not getting caught up in this or that drama or this drama or that drama, but learning to love all without exception. And people tend to get caught up on this. They're like, oh, but I don't love a criminal, right? Because we need to put them in jail and yada yada. And my answer is, of course you love a criminal. You love them for no reason at all. And you empathize with them because you have an understanding that they're going through some psychological or internal or external suffering that is leading them down a path of a lost path, leading them down a path of a no good path, a path to misery and more misery and a life not worth living. But you also recognize at the same time that you love that criminal, you recognize also for the good of society that until they're reformed or until there is some significant change, it's better for everyone for them to be isolated from everyone else. So your love for the criminal stays intact, but it's your love for the greater good that informs your action. And so it's actually a hindrance to get caught up on, oh, I can't love this, or I can't love that, or I can't love this because of X reason or Y reason. You can love him. You can love all things, but you just have to love them in perspective and understand that love for the greater good is just as important as love for an individual. So you might be asking, okay, life's so hard, everything's changing, sounds so depressing, but it's really not. How is life being so hard good for love? Well, I believe it's because in every challenge, there's an opportunity for growth. You can almost think of challenge and hardship as a catalyst for your growth and your capacity to love. The past couple of years for me, I've had some intrusive thoughts and had some hard times coming to terms with my own mortality and my own inability to control everything I do. Even though I had a lot of suffering during that time and a lot of pain, but ultimately it helped to deepen and solidify my love. Because if I can learn to love in the face of intense fear, then I can learn to love in any other normal situation. It becomes so easy. It becomes so easy to love just hanging out with a friend or going for a trip or any other mental state that's better than that. So if I can bring my love to the darkest of states, it frees me to love even easier all the time and allows me to love even in those darkest of states. When challenge arises, it is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth. And if we can take that and we can grow and we can learn to love more deeply and more expansively, then we have truly lived a meaningful and positive life.